Welcome back to Star Trek Online, everybody. I'm your host, the Housecoat Gamer. Tholians. At least we're going to discover why they decided to bomb the Nikool sun. Revenge. Unfortunately, they were a bit short-sighted. They should have waited at least 5 centuries.
Things are heating up with the Tholians. Monitor stations are detecting large fleet movements toward Federation space, and they're refusing all of our diplomatic hails. We're doing all we can to prevent a war, but it's not looking good. I want you to join a task force I'm assembling. If this goes south, I want my best people on the front line when it does.
No Daniels commentary. This is good. Because the less Daniels I have to hear, the better. Hey, now that I think about it, guess what? We're going to be seeing a TOS Connie and a TOS Miranda in the same place.
We've arrived in 2268, and not a moment too soon. The Nikool are clearly out for blood. Tholians are quite xenophobic. They may feel the Federation is part of the problem here. We're being hailed by the Defiant. I'll remind you that our orders forbid us from telling them anything specific about the situation. I recommend deflecting their questions until the situation here is resolved.
Good to see you. We're in a real tight spot here. The Tholians were taking a serious beating when we reached the system, and the other ships opened fire on us the minute we dropped out of warp. Mind lending us a hand until we figure out what's going on?
Alright.
This was Tholian colony.
Let's go help out the Defiant.
See if you can take a little pressure off. We need to firm up our shields.
We're doing what we can.
Coordination attempt.
Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Oh, come on,
Sir,
Defiant.
If the Nikool kill the Queen, an entire Tholian bloodline will be wiped out.
Let me get close enough.
Ship integrity compromised.
I might want to use this as a screenshot. I guess not.
Destroy the aliens. Defend the Queen.
Don't suppose you have any idea what's going on
Estimated
here?
Tholian
There's nothing on these.
casualties are in the thousands.
You know, as much as
Vengeance for the children.
I like having overwhelming godlike firepower, sometimes it's a bit problematic. Oh, that is really nice. Look at that. That is nice. You gotta admit, that is pretty. Hell yeah!
Don't suppose you have any idea what's going on here? There's nothing on these aliens in our computers or why they'd attack the Tholians, or us for that matter.
Sorry, gotta save the Tholians. Catch up with you later.
Alright, do what you need to do. We'll talk about all of this when the shooting stops. Deal?
I know it doesn't feel great keeping information from the Defiant's crew, but believe me, it's for the best. I'll monitor the situation here while you assist the Tholians. Do what you can to save them. Good luck. I've found appropriate transport coordinates on the Tholian flagship. Hopefully you can convince them that we're not at fault here. If the Tholians go to war with the Federation now, it would be devastating on a galactic scale.
Well, it's a good thing I pulled out all my EV suits for this. Mostly because I didn't bother getting reputation equipment for these tunes just yet.
Sensors show the interior of the Tholian ship is too hot for us. You will need to put on an EV suit before going there. There should be extra suits in that crate over there. It would be logical for us all to equip them.
Normally, I would be using a TOS EV suit, but make do with what you got. What the hell? You all have EC suits, so... Oh, it's because I haven't completed this yet. Alright, let's beam over and get this over with.
I'm reading multiple Nakul hostiles, sir. They're all over the ship.
Reading only a few Tholian life signs.
Shut up, Daniels. I'm not in the mood to deal with you.
I'm detecting that Nakul reinforcements are on their way to your position.
You know, I may as well make this quick. I mean, nothing personal, but I really don't want to deal with Daniels being his incompetent self. Let's be honest. This entire situation wouldn't be happening if I was allowed to restore the Nakul's son. They wouldn't be pissed off, I wouldn't have to be fighting them.
The power levels on the flagship just spiked. Something's wrong, and I doubt the Tholians are to blame.
There's maintaining the timeline, and then there's making it better.
I'm reading more incoming Nakul transporter signatures.
Besides, according to one of the blogs, the Nakul joined the Federation in a potential future.
The Nakul have triggered this ship's self-destruct sequence. We've got to shut that down, and fast.
Or rather, a future where their sun didn't go explode. So it's more the Tholians' fault than mine.
We've stopped the ship from detonating, but they're not cool. They've killed Tholian colonists and even hatchlings ruthlessly. What they've done here is an atrocity.
As if you haven't done worse, Daniels. I mean, seriously, how many freaking billions have you slaughtered just to get your job done?
The last remaining Tholians are close to your position, and more Nakul are on their way. I'd hurry if I were you.
I could just sit here and let my away team deal with it. Well, that's finally done. Your Highness.
Humanoid command. Why did you kill your kind? This is irrational. Explain. Federation, Nakul. All humanoids are the same. Chaotic, irrational, peaceful, then not. Warring, then you leave. Those you call Nakul killed our people, our children, all are dead. Our sisters must know. Leave now, Federation. Leave us to our final task. You cannot help us. Too late. The hatchlings slaughtered, the colonists lost. Nothing can help in the face of this terror. We must send our message. Others will come. Leave now.
We've got enemy ships on an intercept course, including a dreadnought. We won't last long against a force like that.
Continue to fight, Nakul. Keep them from us while we contact our sisters.
ship before that Nakul dreadnought comes into range. We better get back to the...
Oops.
I've been monitoring the Tholian Queen's progress. She hasn't been able to send the signal to her people. Orders?
Okay, let's have a little chat. What's the situation here? Where did those alien ships come from? I'd like some straight answers for a change.
Look, I can't tell you anything.
And I don't need to know, right? I read you, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. That big alien ship is still heading our way. Let's focus on that. Here they come. We just lost our engines. It'll take a while for my chief engineer to work them. There are 4 ships inbound to our location. That dreadnought is coming in fast. The alien dreadnought is concentrating, but my engineers are gonna need time. A lot more time.
Federation, you have proven you are different, rational. This pleases us. We have sent word to our sisters. The Nakul will pay. The Federation will not. Now, vengeance for the slaughter of a generation. Vengeance for our children.
Oh boy.
The Queen's message has been sent through subspace and... Yes! The timeline's correcting itself. Good work. Now, we just need to help with... The Queen is going to full impulse. She's gonna ram the Nakul dreadnought!
Ah, crap.
Our engines are still down! We can't escape!
Remember the Tholian web?
Captain, look at the Defiant. Perhaps a scan would be in order?
Perhaps shooting Daniels would be in order. Because he just killed 430 people. And condemned the Defiant to go into the Mirror Universe. I wish I could kill him.
Scanning. I can't tell if there are life signs over there or not. Defiant appears to be phasing in and out of local space-time. The interaction of Nakul chronal energies with the Proto-Nebula has made this area of space very unstable and prone to rifts into other dimensions. We might be able to get a lock onto their crew with the computer's assistance and perform an emergency beam-out, but we'll need to act fast.
No. I'm afraid that this is their fate. This is one of the hardest things about being a temporal agent. We can only make the changes we have to make, not the ones we want to make.
Oh, screw you, Daniels.
I'm afraid there's not. History states that the Defiant went missing, only to be found here weeks later by the Enterprise. Though they're lost, we now know that they played an important role in keeping the Federation safe, in protecting the timeline. For what it's worth, I will be sure their heroism is included in my report. The Tholians will remember this as well. This encounter may lead them to be more inward-focused, avoiding conflicts with the Federation, for the time being. At the very least, they will know that it wasn't the Federation that was responsible for the destruction of their colony compound.
400 people died for that.
All decks have reported
Needlessly.
in, Captain.
Needlessly. I am fairly pissed off having to deal with Daniels, so I I think the next mission is going to be turning off the mic. Because I'm mad. Every time I have to deal with Daniels, I get pissed.
Captain Archer had similar concerns when I worked with him. We often disagreed, but in the end, we were able to work past our differences and do the right thing. I hope you and I can do the same. Leaving Defiant to her fate was a hard choice, but it saved untold billions of lives. That has to count for something.
Housecoat Gaming, infuriatingly signing off.